everybody, welcome back to Big On the Inside, the new Doctor Who podcast. A little special bonus episode this week, only a little short one. I'm back with Harrison. Hi Harrison, how are you doing?
Hello. Thank you for having me, kind sir.
Cool. We're going to be talking about Joe Martin yesterday for International Women's Day spoke to Radio Times, and of course, not only is she known for whatever character she plays in Casualty, she's also loved by many for her Fugitive Doctor character. Well, I say loved by many, by a majority of fans. Joe Martin wants to return for a spin-off of her Fugitive Doctor. She's quoted as saying, "Chris, give me a spin-off," and she loves the costume and she wants to be back in it. There's so much swagger. She's a big fan of it, and she, she wants to have that spin-off. She wants to play the character again. So, how do you feel about something like that? As somebody who, listens to one form of Doctor Who spin-off via Big Finish,
Yep.
How do you think that would work?
So, right. I'll be honest. I'm not that up for it. However, here's why. So, just because, right, I like her a lot as the Doctor. I honestly believed her episode there was brilliant. It was really good, and I liked her a lot as the character. However, handing her the keys to the TARDIS and handing her own on telly on screen, I don't really get the point of it because yes, it'd be great to have, don't get me wrong, but if we were to have like that in place of a chance to get anything else on screen off the worlds of of Doctor Who, for example, like like a chance to return to Torchwood,
Yeah.
then I would rather go with Torchwood, and it's only because her role is just like any in the void of the Doctor. That's it. As a result, if you're all caught up in Doctor, as you've heard, you've heard about what's happened in the Timeless Child, and you now know there are perhaps hundreds of incarnations out there of the character of the Doctor.
Yeah.
So in my head, I just count her as a part of that. So if we're going to give her her own time on telly,
Yeah.
then are we not going to like have a clue about these other incarnations of the Doctor? If you get my point, I just kind of image her in a crowd, and I don't really understand the point of concentrating on one in that crowd.
Do you feel, therefore, it would be better to have her, as what a couple of friends of mine have said, is not have her own spin-off and actually reveal her to be the 14th Doctor?
Yeah, I would really like that, to be honest, because I liked her a lot as the Doctor, and it would be really cool. However, I don't know how it would happen, just because obviously of the law now and how they've integrated her, into 12. But I would like that, either that or they have her on audio. Like, I don't have an issue with that. I honestly think that's great. Or have her to turn up, like just in the current thing for Doctor Who, but just in future again for like another episode or two.
Yeah. Okay. So another thing I picked up from this article is that obviously when working with Doctor Who, everything is a lie and very secretive. But from what I can take from this is it sounds like Joe Martin won't be returning. Won't be returning to Doctor Who in series 13.
Right.
When asked if she's hoping to play her first black female Doctor once more, she said, "Of course, of course. What's not to like about that? I would absolutely love it. They've got John Bishop there now, haven't they? I'm a big fan of his. I want to do a scene with John Bishop. I think there's so much more story. What they set up opens a world that's not been fully explored yet within Doctor Who. And you don't want to waste that costume. You know what I mean? That costume that's a real waste of costume. That costume, it's a real waste of costume because it's so swaggy, as they say. So, pardon me. So that's a costume that needs to be worn again by me. You can have worlds of different spin-offs and things happening, a bit like Marvel. Chris, get me a spin-off. I'm ready, but no, I would love to return. Let's see what the future holds. Never say never. And this is the bit that makes me think that she won't be returning, and that the rest of it is.
Okay.
You hear stuff like that quite often, and they go, "Oh, I was just covering it up." But this is the bit that makes me think that maybe she's not actually returning when she says,
Okay.
she says, "I mean, I'm quite busy at the moment, but if Doctor Who calls, I'll tell you I'm there in a jiffy."
Right. So there you go. I mean, I would agree with that. So
Yeah.
you know, because obviously it all depends on the actor and their career, and if they're quite hectic, then obviously it is gonna.
Oh, Harrison, I can't hear you. Just give it a second. I can't hear you. Yeah, exactly. 1 minute. I can't hear you. You might come back in a minute. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. So just go back to what you were saying a minute ago.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just literally just
So
pick up after I finish that quote.
yeah, that's fine, mate. So, in terms of like of that happening, yeah, I completely agree with you because like she's clearly openly that I'm talking about her career as an actor.
Yeah.
So perhaps it's kind of along those lines, and obviously in the end, you know, he was able to return. So perhaps this will happen again.
Yeah.
But yeah, like how she's been quite open and honest there. Like as I said, like I liked her a lot as the Doctor, and it'd be awesome for her to return, but I'm not in any hurry for it really. I'm not kind of itching for it. Just in
Yeah.
future, it'd be really cool. Perhaps have a part of the anniversary.
Yeah, I think a lot of people like the character, so it does surprise me that she might not be returning. But then I only want her to return if they're gonna resolve that storyline. I don't just want
Mm,
another tease like they did in the Timeless Child where she just appears as a vision in the Matrix. I
yeah,
want there to be a reason why she's there, and I want that reason to be answered rather than just going
yeah.
holding a carrot in front of in front of all the viewers. You
No,
know what I mean?
absolutely. I hear you, mate. I really do because obviously all we've able to learn is that obviously you know she's clearly what on the run off the
Yeah,
police, you know, and we don't really have a clue to how that's happened or why. So it'd be great to know the ins and outs because I'm aware of her employment under the Time Lords, that area of the Time Lords that have hired her, but we
yeah.
don't really have a clue to the ins and outs of that. So I would agree with you. It'd be nice to get some answers there.
Yeah, but then again, if you're like me, I like to think that she comes between 2 and 3. But me and Harry have done a video on that before, where we
Same.
talk about where the Roof Doctor could actually fit in. So go and check that out. Thanks for listening, guys. Shorter video than normal. Like, subscribe, do all that. We'll see you again soon. Say bye, Harrison.